So you created a Shopify store. You added some cool products. So if you're a dropshipping store, you added some cool products from CJ Dropshipping after doing the proper research on those products, and you think that those products gonna sell really well. But there are like millions of dropshipping products which are already there. They have competitive pricing, and they have basically the same source of product as you. But what makes you different? What can increase your store conversion to 4%, 5%? And it's really important to have these tips and tricks, which I'm going to tell you in this video, to optimize your store, and it's going to boost your conversion rate. So these tips, which I'm going to share with you guys, will add a psychological trigger to the visitors of your store, which will convince them to buy more from your store. And these tips and tricks which I'm going to share with you guys in this video are really important, because having a quality looking store isn't just enough to crack the market, right? You gotta add these tips and tricks which I'm going to tell you in this video to improve your conversion rate, because there are millions of competition out there, and buyer is just free to search and buy products from any of the store to their liking. So on top of creating a good looking, mobile friendly, search friendly store, you should also apply these techniques to improve the sales. So stick to the video where I'm going to share 4 tips and tricks with you guys to optimize your conversion rate and to boost the sales of your store. You guys, before moving on to the tips and tricks of improving conversion rate, I would like to show you guys the app which we created just for you guys. So the app is called Bigbulk Discount. You can see the link, and you will find this link on the video description as well. So the quality about this app is that it's going to add the discount feature, which will increase your average order value by convincing your customer to add more product to the cart. So why would the customer add more product to the cart? Because they'll see that the more they add, the more discount they will be getting. In the screenshot you see on my screen, they have 2 products and they will be getting like 10% discount. If they add 3 products to the cart, they're going to add 20% discount to that. So you can simply convince your customer to add more product to the cart, which is a really cool trick called tired discount to convince your customer add more product to the cart. This feature is not available in Shopify, so we created an app for you guys, and this app is just $2 a month. The free trial is available. You can try it out for 7 days. If it doesn't work for you, you can simply uninstall. Until then, you can try out the app. Okay, now let's proceed with the tips and tricks to improve the conversion. So the first tip which I'm going to discuss is having a social proof, which gonna create a bandwagon effect. So imagine you are walking around the busy street and you have 2 food stalls, where one of the food stall has a huge crowded line and everyone is going on that line to buy the food from that specific stall, and the other one does not have much people waiting on the queue and the lineup. You will definitely go with the one for the crowded one. So that's called a social proof or bandwagon effect. When you see someone doing something, you are also convinced to do that thing yourself as well. How you can do that on your Shopify store? You can add customer testimonials, you can add reviews, you can add basically UGC, which is called user generated content, as testimonial, which is really trending nowadays, to increase the social proof, which will eventually increase your conversion rate as well. Now let's move on to the next one. One of the most important factor to increase the conversion is to build authority. Now the question is how you can build up authority. We are convinced to make purchasing decision when we see our industry experts or leaders and famous publication reviewing the products or have endorsement, right? So it's suggested to have industry experts and leaders endorse your products, and you should display those endorsement and quotes on the home page, on the product page, and on the collection page, which will eventually increase the trust and authority of your store, eventually leading to increase the conversion rate. So let me give you an example. So if you are selling a product related to sports, you might want to collab with a sports influencer, right? And if you're selling a beauty products, you might want to collaborate with a model who is really beautiful. So it's definitely going to increase authority and increase conversion. Now let's move on to the third factor which will increase the conversion rate. Fear of missing out, FOMO effect. also known as scarcity. So we have all experienced this regret of missing out a limited stock or a limited time offer, and it really hurts, right? And it convinces us to make a buying decision quickly. So recently I have missed out one of my favorite t-shirt, which was on 40% off from one of the store, and I missed that, and I still feel the regret. And next time when it comes, I'm definitely gonna buy that really quickly. So that is known as scarcity, which is like fear of missing out. So you should also incorporate this on your store by adding this limited time offers, or adding the countdown timers that the sale is just for 7 days or 10 days, and adding label to your products limited time stock offer gonna increase your sale, because it will help your visitor to make prompt buying decision. Cool. Now next, move on to the fourth one, which is the final tip and trick which I'm gonna share with you guys. This little trick is called anchoring. So it means that the first thing we see change the way how we think. So imagine you have gone to buy your favorite bike, and you have went into the store, and the first thing you saw on the store is the most expensive one, with all the whistles, with all the features, with all the cool gears on that bike. Now when you move along and when you move forward and watch other bikes where they have some sales and who are less priced than the first one you saw, you are more likely to buy, right? This tip is called an anchoring tip, which can change the perspective of how you see things. So in your Shopify store, what you can do is add the most pricey product and most expensive product on the top, showing up in front, and have your sales item, have your less pricey items within the collection, or showing up later on after this pricey product, which will help your buyers to buy product from you by this anchoring effect. And that's it for the video, guys. These were the 4 tips and tricks for you to implement on your store to double up your conversion. And we have seen these tips and tricks, and we have implemented these tips and tricks on our customer stores and increased literally by 2x the conversion factor. So make sure to try this out, and let me know in the comment below if you like this type of video and if you want more tips and tricks to increase the conversion on your store. Until next video, have a great day.